Hello, hope you're having a great day. Now, after yesterday, where everything seemed to go wrong, I'm hoping for a bit more luck with the things I need to do today, but I'm still not dwelling on what happened yesterday. It was all mainly beyond my control. I have found it a bit hard to get going this morning, but, I haven't had any mad lying or anything like that, which is good. Whereas recently I've been sort of giving myself an extra half hour to wake up before I get out of bed by setting an alarm half an hour earlier, and then been giving myself half an hour after my 7:30 alarm goes off to carry on waking up, in the living room. This morning, I actually spent that second half an hour still in bed, but not going to sleep. So, I technically got out of bed half hour later than ideal. But, that's still better than these times where I end up going back to sleep and getting up at 10 or 11 a.m. Anyway, once I'd had loads of water and salt water and vitamin C and brushed my teeth, came into the front room, wrote in my journal, then had a meditation session that I definitely fell asleep during at the end, and then got woken up by the music on an advert on YouTube that had obviously come on after the meditation session had ended. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep right near the end, but it is becoming a bit of an issue, me falling asleep during meditation. And I remember years ago that was a real issue as well. It just became like a habit. So I need to maybe do some research about meditation, or just focus more, or maybe do shorter meditation sessions, because it is sort of towards the end where I'm finding that I'm falling asleep. Although the balance with that is that if you do sessions that are too short, then I find I don't end up getting into a very present state. But maybe now at the moment I'm not really getting into much of a present state and I'm just ending up falling asleep. Maybe I need to go back to doing 10 minutes a day rather than 20 minutes. I don't know. But after my meditation, I went for my walk, and my injured foot was hurting more today than it was yesterday. I don't know whether it's because we've done a bit of walking yesterday when we went to pick my beautiful girlfriend Kat's mum up from the airport. We had to walk from the car park to the airport. So I don't know if it was that, or maybe the fact that I was, around the garage all day yesterday. It hurt a bit more than usual today. So instead of going all the way around the block, I walked to the end of the road and then turned around and came back. But the weather is really clear outside today, so I would have got, my sunlight in my eyes, which is one of the main reasons that I go for my walk around the block. Now, I'm feeling like I really just want to get through my exercises and my cold shower and then have my breakfast. So, I'm going to get on with it. And, I'm just going to bang out a shoulder session with my really light dumbbells and, then get in a cold shower. So, let's go. This morning I've been listening to some Andrew Huberman stuff. And I've literally just started watching a video where he's talking to Dr. Andy Galpin about what is muscle soreness. Now, this has been taken from one of his longer podcasts that I'm pretty sure I did listen to when it came out. But I'm actually feeling really sore in quite a lot of muscles. Even though I didn't go to the gym yesterday, I have been going, every day, quite strictly lately. But I actually love muscle soreness. Don't like the injuries, but I actually love muscle soreness. So we'll listen to Andrew telling us the science behind muscle soreness whilst I go and make my shoulders sore. See if I can do 100 presses again. 101. That was only 80. Right, cold shower, then breakfast. All right, so after breakfast, I couldn't really do any work on my MacBook today because yesterday my MacBook kept turning itself off, so I wasn't even going to try and use it today. And basically we decided to head out and see if I could get myself a used MacBook Pro, and I was able to get one. So hopefully I can get back on and catch up with everything this evening. Obviously need to transfer all my stuff over to the new MacBook, and then I might actually put my old MacBook into a shop and get it repaired, just so that I've got a spare, or maybe I could sell it on cheaply. But yeah, other than that, we've been to the bank to move the money that I get from YouTube and stuff, which I've actually got going into an account that I don't have a card, just because, well, I'm a drug addict and I need to keep my money inaccessible. And yeah, it's mad. Like when you go into the bank and say, yeah, I don't have a card and I don't want a card, and you know, they're saying, oh, have you got internet banking? I'm like, no, I don't have internet banking. I can't have internet banking. It doesn't suit me, you know, like, and they just look at you like you're a weirdo. So yeah, transferred all my money into Kat's account, which is just what I do, and then I draw it out as and when I need it. Just makes things easier for me. So yeah, done that. Bought a MacBook, and now we've come over to my friend's place, who's a mechanic, who has yeah, done a job on a part that's going to go in the car that I've got at home. And because yesterday I basically ended up making me and Kat not go to the gym early as planned because of all the grief I was having with my car and my MacBook and stuff, today I'm determined to make sure we get back home at a sensible time so that we can go to the gym. All right, well, as it turns out, we've still got to the gym late today. It's coming up to 8:30. I've been literally buzzing all day, having a really good day. Everything went relatively well when I went to see my mechanic friend. I've had a little bit of an issue with one of the parts on the car at home, but that's resolvable. And yeah, sort of came home, and whilst Kat was doing a bit of ironing, I was going to dive into, you know, wiping the memory and stuff from my new MacBook and see about, you know, trying to log into it with my existing Apple ID and, you know, transferring the stuff over. Now, I'm not an expert on computers by any means, but, you know, the way I understand it with Apple, you know, that sort of stuff is supposed to be simple. But, you know, we were having to look up on the internet how to wipe the new MacBook, and you know, it just seemed like, I don't know, we're probably doing something wrong, but it just seemed like, you know, a long process. And then I wasn't able to log in with my existing Apple ID, so I had to create another one. But that's not what I want to do. I want to use my old, you know, existing Apple ID that, you know, I use on my phone and my old MacBook. And yeah, I just started getting really frustrated. Like I got into a right state, like, you know, literally where my mind's coming in and it's as if like my whole world is falling apart, you know, just over the fact that I'm getting frustrated with a bit of technology. And, you know, I found myself sort of bouncing between different things, which inevitably means you end up getting nothing done. You're just swimming around in a circle, right? So, you know, I'm getting frustrated with the new Mac, and then I started like, oh, you know, I'll forget it. Like, you know, I'll just carry on with the old one. I need to get the video edited that was supposed to go out yesterday on this channel. I was actually creating a backup on the old one onto my external hard drive, just so that when the time comes, I can transfer the stuff onto the new Mac. And then obviously, because I started trying to edit what was supposed to be yesterday's video on this channel on the old MacBook, then my MacBook started turning itself off again like it was yesterday, which then interrupted the backup onto the external hard drive. So yeah, then I'd sort of go back to trying to resolve the issues with the new MacBook and failing there, and then getting the ump again and going back. So yeah, just literally going backwards and forwards. Like whilst all this is happening, you know, I'm just getting more and more negative thoughts in my mind. And as I say, it was almost as if like my whole world is falling apart. You know, and even when this is happening, I can acknowledge what I'm doing to myself. I can acknowledge that I'm making it worse for myself because I'm allowing my mind to come in and, you know, make myself feel negative about everything. You know, I'm feeling bad that I've yet again made me and Kat go to the gym late, and yeah, just like literally in that moment, it's like I'm in a proper disaster. But at the same time, I can acknowledge that I'm doing it to myself. Like, it's really weird, like when you know what you're doing to yourself, but you're unable to stop it in that moment. Now, obviously, Kat is very supportive and patient with and calm with me, like in these times. So, you know, eventually we sort of took a step back, and it's like, right, we're not going to edit the video. Just accept that, you know, I've wasted another day in terms of that, you know, which then allows the old MacBook to do the backup. And then Kat sort of went through the steps using, you know, information online to wipe the new MacBook again. And, you know, we've sort of got it to the stage now where I think it's ready to accept a backup once we've created it. And yeah, we've sort of come to the gym. But yeah, left to my own devices, I'd still be at home now swimming around in circles. Like, it's absolutely madness. Like, and I'm doing it all to myself. Anyway, that aside, we have now made it to the gym, and I'm on arms and chest today. And yeah, I'll be starting, you know, doing a warm-up on the exercise bike because my foot still is hurting. But yeah, that's enough waffling. Let's get in there, get this gym sesh done, and then we can go home and have some dinner. All right, back home after a pretty intense arm and chest session in the gym. Because we were there, you know, so late, we just tried to bang out what we needed to do, you know, no rest between sets. As I mentioned before, I love going to the gym with Kat. And yeah, we done 5 miles on the exercise bike, and then we done 5 machines on the arms and chest. And yeah, we just sort of go on a machine each, do a set, then swap. And yeah, keep doing that until we've done 3 sets and 2 drop sets on each machine. And then on the 5th machine, which was the chest press, we just took turns with no rest. You know, when you do it like that without any rest in between sets, you are sort of able to do less reps, but you know, you do get more of an intense workout. And yeah, I've come out with a real pump on all my muscles. So yeah, disappointing that we ended up going to the gym super late. Yeah, today's been one of them days where, you know what, earlier on I was literally buzzing with happiness, you know, really sort of chuffed with myself that, you know, yesterday when everything went wrong with the car and, you know, with my old MacBook turned off, that, you know, I was able to sort of see that for what it was. And, you know, I was chuffed that that didn't follow up into today. You know, I really was having an awesome day. And then, yeah, it just shows that even when you're having an awesome day, at any point things can happen and, you know, it can be turned around. And I literally got myself into a state just because, ultimately, because I wasn't able to accept the fact that situations beyond my control, i.e., you know, the problems with the new MacBook, meant that I wasn't going to be able to put a video out again for the 2nd day in a row. And, you know, when things happen that you can't control, the only option is to accept them, because whilst you're battling against something that you can't control, then you're just wasting time and energy that you could be spent on, you know, doing something helpful that you can control, i.e. I could have used that time and energy to go to the gym at a reasonable time, you know, but instead I just ended up literally swimming round in circles, you know, going backwards and forwards between 2 things that I wasn't going to be able to resolve anyway, you know, causing myself more sort of mental suffering, you know, more regret, you know, making myself feel bad that, you know, I wasn't putting a video out again, making myself feel bad that I was making my girlfriend go to the gym late, you know, and just winding myself up, you know, when, you know, the only answer was to accept it. Once I'd sort of accepted that I wasn't going to be able to put a video out, accepted that, yes, I'm going to have to spend some time later on, you know, to deal with the issues with the MacBook, then, you know, all the internal conflict has gone. You know, I'm not winding myself up anymore. Then I can sort of take a step back and, you know, focus on, right, what am I going to do? Which was to go to the gym. You know, it's one of the things that, you know, Eckhart Tolle says a lot. You know, acceptance is your only way out of suffering. Whatever's going on in your life isn't causing you pain. It's your conflict with it that causes your pain. Essentially, you're the only one that can cause yourself distress. You know, it's not situations that are causing you distress, it's your conflict with it. Every day is a school day for me. You know, just because I do constantly analyse my mind, it doesn't mean I'm immune to having these outbursts and, you know, phases of negativity. But you know what? We get through them, we learn, and we move on. Anyway, because I made Kat go to the gym late today, I thought the least I can do is be on kitchen duty to do the dinner. And we are having chicken fajitas, which is really simple. Just got to follow the instructions on the box. How hard can it be? Although, whilst I've been talking to you, I've actually let the oil get too hot. So look, I'm gonna crack on with this and I am gonna end this video here. Later on, I'm probably gonna have another look at trying to get the new MacBook up and running. And yeah, tomorrow I need to have a really busy day. I would like to go to Kat's parents with her, but I know I also need to get around the garage and sort of resolve issues with the car, you know, and that will sort of finish filming the video that I'm working on, which, you know, will mean that I can then get a video out the day after tomorrow, even though the original plan was to do it tomorrow. Yeah, if I get my issues resolved with the new MacBook. But yeah, whatever happens, I'm looking for another busy and positive day tomorrow. And yeah, I will be picking up the camera to film it, to show you guys. And obviously, by the time this comes out, my issues would have been resolved with my computer and stuff. But yeah, apologies that there was so far 2 days without a video on this channel. But yeah, as always, I want to send a massive thanks out to everyone who's made it this far. I hope this video has been somewhat helpful or motivational. Feel free to say hello in the comments and we'll have a chat, or get in touch through the usual channels. All the links to everything will be in the description. But other than that, I'll speak to you in the next one.